Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Monday, April 8th, 2019. I'm Linda the Lightworker and I'm so glad you stopped in. I apologize for not having a video up this past weekend. Time has been moving at an incredible pace and I'm just playing a little quick catch up. But anyway, I'm getting everyone in who wants a reading. So if you're waiting to get a reading from me, please go ahead and email me at lindathelightworker@gmail.com and I'll get you scheduled in just as soon as I can and we'll talk just about you and everything that's going on in your life and find a way or add some techniques that might help you manage during these really big transitions you have going on, okay? So anyway, feel free to contact me and I'll get back to you. So let's jump into the cards here. So this first card that I've thrown is this Five of Swords. And do you see, oh, that's right. I forgot about Instagram. So for Instagram, we do this so we can focus in. So this is the Five of Swords. And this bee, do you see this little bee? This little bee is trapped in this by these swords. See, he's surrounded by these swords. And what that is a symbol of, it's getting trapped into the stories or into the cycle of what's happening right now in your life. Now, I understand how so many of you are going through major, big life changes. You're preparing for a move. You are grieving for the loss of a loved one or of a pet that is ill. There's so much stuff going on. I know you're dealing with marriages and businesses and caregiving and caring for yourself. So I get it. There's a lot that's going on. And what can happen sometimes, especially when we're feeling overwhelmed, is that that little bee can get trapped into a story of negativity or fear, right? So it can be, and then it will be a downward spiral is what happens. So sometimes even when you notice that you're having some very valid fear and anxiety that comes up during this transitional time, part of you might start to really overthink, like, oh God, now I'm feeling depressed, and start worrying about going into depression. Then it starts piling on, right? Of all that negativity, it's easy to pile on. And what this card is an invitation is for you to pull out of that, to notice where that story is starting from, even while you're in it. And it sounds impossible. And I know, believe me, it's not easy. It's really not easy. When we're tapped in or we are really feeling victimized by our situations or overwhelmed with sadness or grief or negativity, when that appears, especially after a really positive upbuilding cycle, it can feel really scary. So when I asked for some clarification, the card we got was this valiant courage, right? And it says, take action with passion. So this card is saying, have courage, fear not, have courage, because the beautiful thing is you are not your story, and your story and the way you tell it will change over time, and it changes right now from a different perspective. So this card is an invitation is to notice where you're telling your story, or if you're getting caught up in some discomfort from these changes that are going on. I'm hearing some of you are thinking about your marriages. Listen, that's big stuff that's coming up. So I asked the divine action cards, and the trust card came up. So having courage and trusting, they go hand in hand. And sometimes, even when that darkness or that sadness is coming up and you know there's a positive action you must take, You must just have the courage and trust and just keep moving forward. Don't get trapped by this story. So today's reading is a small warning of just noticing how you're telling your story and if you're getting trapped in it. It's always best to be able to extract ourselves out of the trauma that's going on so we're able to take a look at it. And when we're so close to it, it will feel more intense. So the more we're able to slow down and calm down ourselves a little bit, do our best to do some deep breathing or some centering breaths and just taking a moment to find that calmness, and then you'll be able to see things from a different perspective. So notice, just to pay attention to that. And even though the road may seem a little narrow in places, believe me, you've got smooth sailing, things are working out, and everything is falling into place. And remember that the details that you don't know, those answers are coming, and help is on the way, and good things are working out for you. So remember your positive self-talk today and do your best to soothe that fear that comes up, because oftentimes it's just our inner child or an old wound that just wants to be held and told everything is okay and it is all working out. And you got this. You got this in spades. And believe me, you have been through so much worse in your life. The perspective to what's going on right now will really give you appreciation for your strength and how much you've already been through and your ability to bring some life back into the world. When you recapture these good parts of yourself, it gives you more life, and that life expands outward like this bright little light that we are. All right? Sounds like it could be a little tricky, but I know you got it. I know you're going to do your best today. Take care of yourself, eat some delicious food, drink a lot of water, take some deep breaths, and remember, everything is working out. I love you so much, and I'm so grateful that you stopped by, and I'll see you next time.